In the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, strength isn't measured by raw power alone. It's measured by adaptability, battle IQ, experience, and the ability to dominate chaos itself. And no matchup embodies this philosophy more than Aoi Todo versus Toji Fushiguro. On one side, we have Aoi Todo, the eccentric powerhouse of Kyoto Jujutsu High. A man whose overwhelming physical strength is matched only by his unpredictable mind and near-genius combat intelligence. On the other side stands Toji Fushiguro, the sorcerer killer, a ghost from the past, a man who rejected cursed energy entirely and became something far more terrifying. This isn't just a clash of fists, this is a battle between strategy and instinct, cursed energy and absolute absence, raw talent and refined brutality. So today we break down their abilities, their feats, and their mentality to answer one question: who truly wins, Todo or Toji? Let's begin with Aoi Todo. Todo is often dismissed because of his eccentric personality, but that would be a fatal mistake. Beneath the muscle, jokes, and bizarre obsession with idol preferences lies one of the most intelligent fighters in the series. Todo is a grade 1 sorcerer, but his actual combat capability borders on special grade when conditions favor him. Physically, Todo is a monster. Even among Jujutsu sorcerers who are already superhuman, Todo stands out. He can trade blows with special grade cursed spirits, tank devastating hits, and keep fighting as if nothing happened. His strength allowed him to physically overpower Mahito in close combat, a curse whose adaptability makes him one of the deadliest beings in the series. But what truly makes Todo dangerous is his cursed technique, Boogie Woogie. With a simple clap of his hands, Todo can instantly swap positions between himself and anything infused with cursed energy. This includes allies, enemies, cursed tools, and even fragments of cursed energy mid-attack. On the surface, the technique seems simple. In practice, it is one of the most terrifying battlefield control abilities in Jujutsu Kaisen. Todo doesn't just use Boogie Woogie to reposition. He uses it to manipulate perception, rhythm, and timing. He claps not when necessary, but when it creates uncertainty. He conditions opponents to expect swaps, then attacks without using it at all. He creates false patterns, breaks them, and exploits the hesitation that follows. This was made painfully clear during his fight against Mahito. Despite Mahito's evolving soul manipulation and domain-level threat, Todo was able to keep up purely through tactical brilliance. He analyzed Mahito's abilities in real time, coordinated perfectly with Yuji, and forced a special-grade curse into panic. Todo is not just strong, he is adaptive, he is creative, and most importantly, he thrives in prolonged combat. Now let's talk about Toji Fushiguro. Toji is the complete opposite of Todo in nearly every way. Where Todo overflows with cursed energy, Toji has none. Zero. He was born with a heavenly restriction so severe that it stripped him of cursed energy entirely, but in exchange, his physical body was pushed beyond human limits. Toji is faster than most sorcerers can perceive, stronger than most can handle, and deadlier than almost anyone who relies on cursed techniques. Because he has no cursed energy, Toji is nearly impossible to sense. Even elite sorcerers struggle to track his movements. This alone gives him a massive advantage in combat, especially against opponents who rely on cursed energy detection. But Toji isn't just fast and strong, he's experienced. He is a professional assassin who specialized in killing sorcerers. He knows how Jujutsu fighters think. He knows their habits, their weaknesses, and how to dismantle them with surgical precision. This was demonstrated brutally during the Hidden Inventory arc, where Toji defeated both Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto, two prodigies who would later become legends. He outplanned Gojo, exhausted him mentally and physically, and nearly killed him. He overwhelmed Geto with sheer force, cursed tools, and ruthless efficiency. Toji doesn't waste movement. He doesn't posture. He doesn't play games. When Toji enters a fight, it's to end it as quickly as possible. Now let's break down how these two actually interact in combat. The biggest question in this matchup is Boogie Woogie. Todo's technique relies on cursed energy. Toji has none. This creates an immediate limitation. Todo cannot directly swap positions with Toji, nor can he target Toji himself with Boogie Woogie. That alone removes a massive portion of Todo's usual battlefield control. However, this does not render Boogie Woogie useless. Todo can still swap himself with cursed tools, environmental cursed energy, or even his own allies, if any are present. He can reposition himself defensively, escape lethal strikes, and disrupt Toji's attack patterns indirectly. Todo is creative enough to find ways to weaponize even limited options. But Toji's speed changes everything. Toji is fast enough to blitz Grade 1 sorcerers before they can react. His reaction time, physical output, and precision are on a level that Todo has never faced alone. Unlike Mahito, Toji does not hesitate. He does not test. He strikes with killing intent from the first second. Todo's durability allows him to survive initial exchanges, but prolonged exposure to Toji's attacks is dangerous. Toji's cursed tools, especially weapons like the inverted Spear of Heaven, are designed to neutralize techniques and kill sorcerers efficiently. One clean hit could change the entire fight. That said, Todo is not helpless. Todo's greatest weapon is not Boogie Woogie. It is his mind. He processes information at terrifying speed, constantly recalculating strategies mid-fight. Even without direct swaps, Todo can read rhythm, predict movement, and adapt his timing to counter faster opponents. If Todo survives the opening moments, the fight becomes more competitive. But Toji doesn't allow fights to stabilize. Toji excels at overwhelming opponents before they can adapt. His combat style is relentless, aggressive, and precise. He pressures constantly, never allowing breathing room. Against someone like Todo, who relies on rhythm and flow, this constant disruption is devastating. Ultimately, this matchup comes down to one factor: time. If the fight drags on, Todo's adaptability and intelligence allow him to survive longer than most. He may find creative ways to counter, stall, or escape, but in a true one-on-one, no-holds-barred fight, Toji's advantages are simply too severe. Todo cannot directly manipulate Toji with Boogie Woogie. He cannot sense him reliably, and he cannot afford mistakes against someone whose entire existence is built around killing sorcerers like him. In the end, Aoi Todo puts up an incredible fight. He adapts. He survives longer than expected. He forces Toji to respect him. But respect doesn't change the outcome. With superior speed, lethal efficiency, anti-sorcerer experience, and absolute physical dominance, Toji Fushiguro takes the win. Winner? Toji Fushiguro.